Good evening, everybody, and welcome along to WWR here for the Lauda tier. We are here for season 5, round 12, and we are here in Bahrain. And as you can see at the top left, saying SQ1, we are certainly going to be having a sprint qualifying format here tonight. So we're going to be having two short qualifying sessions. In between that there will be a sprint race, and at the end there will be a main race. Sprint race will consist of 10 laps, 29 laps for this main race at this 3.363 mile long track. Compare that in kilometres, that's 5.412 kilometres with 3 DRS zones and 15 corners. The tyres we're going to be using here are the hardest of the bunch, the C3 softs, the C2 mediums and the C1 hard compound tyres. We're going to look on at the standings right now. Onsu leading right now on 193, Ricky Mari in second place on 114, then we've got Steve on 97, Mel Dave is in fourth on 78 points, then we've got King 5 Panda on 70 points in fifth, Lewis in sixth on 68, then we've got AJLS, I think that's ALR, I'm unsure, in 7th on 52, Atsu on 50, same with XD Pro in for 8th, then we've got Night Flash in 10th on 34 points with iFishers also. So that's the top 10 in the teams. In the team's constructors standings, Williams sitting top with 285 points. I think they've clearly got this in the bag now, with Sauber sitting about just under 120 points behind. In second place on 167, Ferrari in third on 122, McLaren on 106. In fifth is Haas on 92. Then we got Aston Martin on 86, Mercedes in 7th on 81, Red Bull on 72, Alpine on 63, and VCarb in the last place on 61 points. Now, we're seeing drivers start their fast times. We'll go with Benji right now as they're on down to turn 1, making sure to try and get as close to that apex and get to the right hand side so you could straighten the car up, going around turns 2 and 3. DRS wide open all the way down to turn 4 here. Previously, where we ended up having a lack of circuits, just there to the left would have been where the Sakir Grand Prix was. That actually ended up being turn 5 there, and it was an outer loop, so this part of the track wasn't used. Navigating turn 8 there quite nicely, using a little bit of that overtake button on the exit. Now around turn 10 we've seen an absolutely spectacular move there in the past, I think it was last year, with Fernando Alonso on Lewis Hamilton there, getting an absolute beautiful move, faking to the outside and then switching to the inside and stealing that position off of Hamilton. Absolutely spectacular move that was. Now Benji making his way around turn 12 and now 13. Now only got 2 corners left to go, it's technically going to be 1 corner, so Trucker getting 129.607. That's the benchmark, which Onsu already smashes by 1.4 seconds. Steve 1.880, Benji 129.579. Bex and Boy 130.718. Bit off the pace there, considering the pace of the other drivers. We're right now on Toby Gaming here in that Sauber. Let's see what time they're going to be able to put on the board. I think it's the first time we've seen them on the grid, if I remember right. Navigating turn 10 and 11 nicely there. Turn 11 there nicely, and now turn 12 into 13. We've got Williams just up ahead there. Is he going to be able to get a slight toe there? We'll soon see around the final corner. And oh, goes second and actually lifts off near the end there. That would have been a pole position time there. Only misses out by 16 thousandths of a second there. Got Dirty Taffy's the only other driver on a lap. Is Buckle set his lap? Nope, he's actually done double warm-up it seems. Making sure to get them yellow-walled Pirellis, the medium compound tyre, not the optimal qualifying tyre, but you need to make sure to try and get it up as the optimal temperature for the medium tyre is slightly higher than the temperature for the softer tyres. That's why you'll usually end up seeing in hotter countries like tomorrow in Baku, you're most likely going to end up seeing more harder tyres being used, I would suggest anyway. Dirty Taffy, 131.111 goes P10. We've just got Jay and Floyd both on outlaps right now. We'll sit with Floyd. So let's see as Floyd starts their lap now. DRS wide open. Oh, I'm seeing a driver walk up there. Going into turn 1, I think it was the Red Bull. Is that a Red Bull or an RB? Unsure, all the colours seem the same sometimes. It's a bit ludicrous, I will say. Let's see Floyd though. Coming into turn 4, navigates that quite nicely there. Into the twisty section of 5, 6 and 7. Be careful on that curb on the exit of 7. Now navigating turn 8 quite nicely there. Not using up the whole track there on the exit. So could have carried a bit more momentum through there. Round 9 and 10 smoothly does it. Now DRS will be wide open all the way onto the run to turn 11 here. Just a little switch on the brakes there at the 50-metre board, as it is quite a fast flowing section of the track. Now around 12 there nicely, and 13. Let's see, what time is the Haas driver going to be able to put on the board? Only got 2 corners, technically 1 corner left to go. Braking just before that 50-metre board, coming into turn 14. I've got a turn 15 there also, but it's technically just 1 corner anyway. To the line, that goes third, 128.553. Nicely does it there. Let's see how Jay's going to do it. Straddling that curve at turn 12, trying to take the shortest line, but you've got to be careful on that curb, and especially on the exit at turn 13 also there. Now he's either going to have to jump in the pits or come out for another lap, or just finish this lap. And yep, he's diving into the pits. I suspected he wasn't going to be happy with that lap, and oh, he's actually retired from the... That's interesting. He could have had a chance to go back out on the medium compound tyres again. So that's a bit interesting, but unfortunate there. So we've got GT Gent, who's still not came out of the garage yet. Man like Ray has though. So we've got Trucker, who's on a lap here on the fresh softs, it seems. So we'll see how they're going to do. just wait for a man like Gray, and I don't think GT Gent is going to be coming out. He's not going to manage to get out in time. I think, is that Ferrari just coming out there? I think that was Lewis. They may just be able to make it to the back around to start their lap. I think that is Lewis, is it? Yep. We'll see if they've got what it takes to get a lap, another lap in. Trucker though, coming around turn 13. Let's see, the Red Bull gets out the way there. That'd be the Red Bull Dirty Taffy who will be looking to try and get a slipstream here. Trucker to the line, goes third, 128.298, smashing there. Very close there between the top three right now. We'll see man like Reyes are navigating turn 9 and 10 now. We'll see how the McLaren man is going to be able to do. Ray coming into turn 11 there. Bit hesitant on the throttle there, it seemed. Oh, going off the track, just managing to keep it steady though. And even if he did make that error, I think he does have enough time just to go again. It's going to be very tight though. 3, 2, 1. Nope, he's not. This is it. One and done. 8th position. 129.599. Nicely does it. Benji just coming up to the end of their lap now. The other McLaren around turn 14 and 15, and to the line they come. What time are they going to be able to put on the board? The 128.066. It goes third, the fastest up to now. Stephen Onsu sitting in first and second. Toby is invalidated. Trucker has done their time. Lewis did manage to get started on their lap time, so that was nice of them there. Dave putting it in 6th with a 128.455. Trucker just going off wide there, so the only person left on a lap is Lewis right now, who currently sits in 8th place with a 129.172. Going into sector 3, they're up on their time by almost a second. They could claim pole position here. They've just got to pull that little bit extra out of the bag in sector 3. Coming to turn 14 now. Just slightly misses that apex, keeps the car under control nicely though, and manages to carry that momentum. DRS wide open, third, 127.987. Just managing to get up there nicely, does it there. Very, very close there between the top lot there. Well, first and second not so much there, but it was for a stage at one point. So there we have it, folks. That is the end of qualifying. Well, we'll just wait for the Williams of Honsu wheeled in. There we go. And looking on right now, Steve managing to get that pole position for the sprint. Then we've got Onsu in second, Lewis third, Benji fourth. Then we've got Toby Gaming in 5th, 6th for Trucker, Mel Dave 7th, 8th for Floyd. Then we've got the McLaren man like Ray Bexon Boy in 10th, the Red Bull Dirty Taffy. Then we've got the 2 RBs of Bucko and ARL sitting in 12th and 13th. GT Gen in 15th without a time, and J in 15th without a time either. So we're going to be moving on to the Sprint Grand Prix, but we're going to be having a little break first, just a couple of minute break, so stay tuned, give you guys a time to get a little drink should you require it, and we will be back with you in just a few moments. Right, folks, welcome back. We are just about to get underway here in the next few moments. So let's see how things are going to be unfolding and who has went on what tyre. I'm guessing we're going to be seeing a lot of soft runners, maybe? Most likely. We're only going to be having 10 laps here in this sprint Grand Prix, so not going to be too many laps. Oh, they're going right away, so no formation lap. Let's get underway. And we've got the 5 red lights, and they are away, and we are underway now. Getting off to a good start. Oh, who not getting off to a good start is Benji, already causing chaos there. Not getting that good launch that they needed. Toby Gaiman is already up into 3rd place there. Incredible move there, up 2 places already. ARL up 5 places now, incredible. Making full use out of that little chaos that happened going into this. Oh, is that Aston Martin of Bexenboy? They're getting out of shape there as they're going around turn 4. Has dropped down a few places. Oh, and see a lunge there from ARL on them soft tyres. Absolutely going full beans here tonight. Only driver who is on them soft tyres. Lewis and Onsu deciding to go onto the hards, which is a bit unusual, we'll say. But let's see how ARL is going to fare. Up 5 places anyway. Lewis being overtaken there by Mel Dave. Now down into 5th position. Big lock up there from a few of the drivers. Are Toby Gaiman going for the move on Onsu here, claiming that inside line fully and entirely, not continuing on, making sure to try and keep that engine as cool as possible, and moves up into 2nd place. Is anyone else going to be coming for it? GT Gent, oh no, getting past Bexon boy as he spins around, putting too much throttle down, coming out at turn 2, coming out at turn 1, and ends up pointing the wrong way. Down in last place now is the Aston Martin of Bexon boy, moving further up the field right now. Man like Ray going for the lunge on Lewis here. He's going to have the grippier tyres right now. Is it going to pay off? Are we going to see a classic Alonso move? Oh, he thought about it there. Is he going to go for the switchback, get it on the exit? He's going to have to try and get that traction that he's needing. But that's the thing, is he going to be able to get it in the later stages? It looks like it's a tie for a drag race here. But he does have the inside line. Managing to keep it just up the inside. It's going to be on the outside now, going into turn 12. And he's going to have to yield that position. And he does. And is that the Mercedes of Trucker? I thought they were going to be having a go there to try and get the move done. And we're seeing race strategies here, and it's an absolute joke. Two stops and everything in a sprint race. Come on, guys. EA, where's your coders at here? They're obviously not doing a very good job, it seems. Toby Gaiman, so is he going to be going for the move here on Steve? Going into turn 1, he's going to have that inside line, using that DRS to full effect. He's taking that inside line and now moving up into 1st place. The Aston Martin of Steve, is he going to be able to take a stab back at Toby here, going down the inside, going into turn 4, and they're going to be going side by side. Is Toby going to yield? No, he isn't. He's going to be fighting this around the outside, trying to hold that position, going off track, wheel banging and going on. This is real racing here. No, neither one of them wanting to yield, and Toby getting a little bit out of shape, coming out of turn 7, and he manages to hold off onto that position. Steve, is he going to be able to come back here, coming down into turn 10, into turn 11 with that DRS? That's the question. Absolutely incredible battle in here between Toby and Steve. And I feel like Toby isn't pulling everything out of the bag right now, and they've got a lot quicker pace in them. This is quite incredible, the speed that they're going at right now in the racecraft there. Absolutely incredible. We'll move back with them in just a moment. Oh, seen big lock up there from Trucker going into turn 13 on the front right hand side there. We'll be back up with Steve as he manages to get a good launch out of that final corner. And is he going to be able to get the move done? Yep, there's not much that Toby can say about that, but he's still going to have that inside line. Is he going to be later on the brakes? He is still managing to hold that inside line. He's going to try and get a good launch here coming out of turn 2 on the run down to turn 4, which he's going to end up taking that DRS, deciding not to go for the move just yet. So does hold position for now. Manuel Gray not getting close enough to ARL there, as ARL getting a good launch there, but looking right now, Trucker and Manuel Gray there actually managing to battle out quite nicely there. Trucker unfortunately losing the position to Manuel Gray, or sorry, not managing to get past Manuel Gray unfortunately. Moving back up, Toby charged that battery right back up, same with Steve. And you've got Onsu just travelling behind in third place. Only 0.7 of a second separate these three. Is it going to stay like that though? We're on lap 4, about to go into lap 5 in just a couple of corners time. All the drivers just making their way into Sector 3 now. Well, all except Bexon boy, who has unfortunately not had the best race up to now. Oh man, like Ray going off the track a little there, and we could suspect a warning there at the very least. We'll go further down, man like Ray having a little peek on the inside. We've got a driver into the pits. Is that Dirty Taffy? Yep, into the pits they come. Deciding not to go for it just yet, not getting close enough. That is JT Gent close enough to the back of Benji. Nope, doesn't seem to be. Not able to go for the move just yet. So we've seen some drivers pit, so we'll jump onto them. Dirty Taffy going on them soft compound tyres somehow. Must have received damage just a few moments ago. Looking on right now with this battle for first place, is Onsu going to have a little look? He has a peek at the silver there of Toby up the inside at turn 11, but doesn't end up going for the move. ARL and man like Ray battling out side by side. ARL is on the soft tyres, but they may be roughly even about now, especially if he's going to be locking up like he does there going into turn 13, and this is going to leave him vulnerable here going down to turn 1, as Manuel Gray will have the DRS. And yep, he's going to have a stab at the inside, and he's going to be really... Whoa, that's a bit of contact there. And I really think that McLaren should give that place back. That wasn't very nice. We've had a switch for the lead there, moving up there, but Manuel Gray still keeping that 5th position. ARL not going to be too happy about that. They'll get punted off the road there from Manuel Gray. But we'll look further up. Steve dropping down 2 places after Toby and Onsu managed to get up and past the Aston Martin driver. Jay unfortunately getting a 3-second time penalty. Looking on at these drivers here for the front pack, no one deciding to go for it just yet. I think ARL will be pretty furious right now and will be driving angry and will be wanting that 5th position back as quick as they can. GT Gent getting past Jay there. No, Ben, and now Jay and Benji battling out as Lewis around here. Lewis and Trucker have came into contact and are now falling down at the park. GT Gent is now looking on at their teammate. Lewis jumping off the track there to make sure they give way to the other drivers. Make sure they join back on the track safely. which they do. Looking on right now for this battle. The Mercedes driver is going to be going 3 wide here. Trucker, Jen and Jay going 3 wide going into turn 1. Jay is the latest on the brakes and managed to get up 2 places there past both the Mercedes there and up into 9th place. But hold on a second, he's going to be vulnerable here going down into turn 3, and the Trucker is going to be having a look and they come into contact, and Jay unfortunately gets swept across there and ends up losing all them positions. Now down from 9th to 12th. Well, make that 13th as Gent now gets past. We'll move up to the leaders right now. Still Toby, Onsu and Steve. Still all close by each other. Lewis being passed there by Benji, I think there. Benji's now going to be looking on at the back of Trucker. Are they going to be able to get the move done here? We'll have a look at the position changes right now. Trucker down 3 places, Benji down 6 and Lewis down 8. Not having the best of sprint races for either of them. Moving up the field here, Toby is being swallowed up by this duo that was behind him, and now falls down into 3rd place and now ghosts through the Aston Martin of Steve and up into 2nd place, and is looking back on at that 1st place, going up the inside, is going to battle this out. The racecraft is there, but doesn't manage to get past and up into that 1st place just yet. Looking on right now, Benji and Lewis going side by side there around turn 2 and 3. Neither of the drivers getting a DRS, and this is going to be absolutely exceptional there for Trucker, who's going to be able to get that momentum and carry on through. Got that inside line and now is going to be up 2 places, but hold on a minute, Benji holding off onto that 9th position there. Spectacular move there. Going off the track, does end up getting a warning most likely there, but still manages to get that position nicely. Oh, but he ends up... Oh, he messes up there on the exit of turn 8 and ends up losing them positions. Is he going to be able to get the DRS though? No, he doesn't. So now this is going to leave a vulnerable to Jen behind. Fortunately enough for them, Jen does have a 3-second time penalty, so it's not going to be as bad for Benji. All they're going to need to do is try and peel it back. Trucker and Lewis still battling it out for that 9th position. ARL and Floyd battling out for that 7th. ARL off the track there, but oh, ARL is in the lobby. I did just notice that. Steve going up the outside of Toby here, trying for that move, doesn't manage to get it. Turn 1 outside isn't the best move to go for, but Toby, is he going to be able to get the move done on Onsu here on lap 9? Nope. Benji is retired from the Grand Prix. Oh, and he's actually into the wall, and so is Jay. Jay's retired also. That is unusual what happened there. Oh, I have no idea what happened there. That is highly unusual. We'll continue on right now and watch these leaders as they're on the penultimate lap now. Toby could be walking away with it here, or Steve, or is Onsu going to be able to hold off? This is the question here. Looking on right now at this battle for the lead, Onsu is leading with Toby 4 tenths behind. 2 tenths behind that is Steve. Toby getting the run, going up the inside. Steve's launching up the inside also. And, oh, coming to contact between Onsu and Steve. And Onsu getting a little bit out of shape is going to be the vulnerable one here. And who is going to be able to walk away with that? Is it going to be Toby? Is it going to be Steve or Onsu? Onsu not managing to get the momentum needed after that terrible exit from turn 1. Toby up into 1st place. We're going to stay on board with these folks right now as we're just coming around turn 7 now. Into this middle section there. Now only 2 corners to go. There's going to be DRS here. Be able to activate again. Lock up there for Steve going down into turn 10 there. Looking on board from Onsu on that Williams. Is any of them going to go for it? Onsu is actually running low on fuel, so we'll have to ease up a little and be careful. But Steve and Toby are still going to be battling this out right until the end. And it could be a drag race right to the line. We've got a yellow flag in Sector 1. That's Dirty Taffy, who's around coming out as turn 3. Doing their best. Nikita Mazepin impression. Onsu going for that move there. Ducks it down the inside. Struggling for traction there. And now it's going to be a drag race to the line for that second place. And Onsu just manages to get it there by 600ths of a second. Toby walking away with the win. Onsu in second. Steve in third. Mel Dave comes across the line 10 seconds behind that in fourth. Then we've got Man Like Gray. Floyd comes home in sixth. Then we've got Buckle in seventh. And then we've got Lewis letting Trucker pass, that seems, for that 8th position. And then we've got Jen in 10th, and ARL, did they manage to join back in? It seems that they did. So just taking it easy now and just making sure to cross the line now. And there we go. ARL and Bexon Boy across the line, and there we'll have it, folks. That is the end of the Sprint Grand Prix. So there we'll have it, folks. Toby getting that win from 5th place there. Nicely does it from them. Starting being on them soft tyres helped them out quite a bunch. Onsu getting that 2nd place with Steve in 3rd. Excellent battling there from them 3 throughout the race. Mel David in 4th, 5th for Manuel Gray. Floyd in 6th. 7th for Bucko. Then we've got Trucker and Lewis in 8th and 9th. Gent for 10th. ARL in 11th and Bexon Boy 12th. Jay, Benji, Bucket and Dirty Taffy unfortunately did not finish the Grand Prix. So now we're moving on to the qualifying session for the main race. We've had a little idea of the pace of the drivers here today for the sprint race, but now on to the main race, and we'll see how things are going to be unfolding. So folks, I do apologise about that. Just a little bit of radio silence there. And looking on right now at J's, I'm navigating turn 4 and 5. We'll see, is it them or is it ARL who is the first driver? No, it's going to be J first out of the garage. Let's see how J is going to be managing this. Coming down into turn 11 here, taking as much of that curb on the entry as possible in order to open up the corner and carry that momentum through turn 11 and up the hill to turn 12 and 13. Nicely does it there, and now only one more corner to go, technically two, but let's see how he's gonna do this. Oh, takes a bit too much curb in that, offsets that Alpine, and they end up invalidating their lap time. ARL, let's see how they're going to do. Did disconnect previously, 130.206 on the medium compound tyre, that is. Dirty Taffy, 130.9 on softs. We'll get their times up right now. Lewis is actually on the mediums, did invalidate their times though. Who else is on the lap? I think it's Buckle is the closest right now. Let's see how Buckle's going to do as they're coming around turn 13 now and using up that track on the exit as much as possible. Now into the final two corners. Let's see what time they're going to be able to put on the board. DRS is wide open for the launch. Little launch down the line. Goes second to 130.133. Man went great to the line. Time they're going to be able to put in 128.131. Considerably quicker than the rest of the field right now. Mel Dave just navigating turn 4, Floyd just a little bit further ahead. Lewis is just starting their lap again. So we'll sit with Floyd right now as they're going to be the next driver up to finish their lap as they're just navigating turn 12 right now. Oh, and it says they're purple in sector 2, but of course we know how much this game likes to tell porkies. Let's see how Floyd is going to do coming around turn 14 and 15 now. To the line, what is the Hearts going to be able to do? Is it going to be able to put it on the top step? Nope, it isn't. Goes second to 128.921. With Mel Dave separating that, 128.382. 6/10 quicker. Onsu just starting their lap. We've got Lewis coming up to the end of their lap on turn 14 right now. I don't want to be getting too much of that apex there at the right hand side on turn 14. The cannon set of the car, as we've seen with J, unfortunately. Lewis goes fourth, 129.335. We go further down, whereas Steve just coming to the end of their lap, extending the track out as much as possible to the line, 127.807. J has unfortunately decided to tyre and will be starting at the back. Trucker to the line, see what they're going to be able to do. Goes fourth to 128.874. Nicely does it from the Mercedes there. On suit, just coming around turn 11 and up the hill to turn 12. Let's see what time Onsu is going to be able to do here. Managed to get second in the sprint race. Let's see how they're going to be able to do. They're going to be able to be quicker than Steve. Ooh. 127.671. Nicely does it. Nice pole position time there. Buckle just starting their lap now. We'll just sit with them for a moment. Oh, and Buckle decides to come into the pit, so that was a very interesting flying lap. Oh, Steve counters back 127.414. Well, this will be coming into the pits. Dirty Taffy at 129.927 is up by half a second in their time to move up one position. Let's see if they are going to be able to move up any more than one position here. They can steal this away from Lewis if they improve just that little bit more to the line. Oh, just not enough. 129.449 for Dirty Taffy puts them up into 8th position. Toby Gaiman just came out. And now on their out lap, most likely going to be doing a one and done type of lap. So let's see how ARL is going to be doing on their time. We've got GT Gent. Are they coming into the pits this lap, or are they going to be staying out to finish their time? Let's see, they will have enough time to be able to get back into the pits, not jumping into the pits now. We'll see Dirty Taffy returning to the pit lane also. We'll focus in with ARL right now, and we'll see how the RB is going to be doing, as they're currently sitting in 11th place. didn't show very good promise in qualifying, but with the start on the in the race, did actually manage to do quite well. Let's see if they're going to be able to use the momentum from their sprint race in order to get a good qualifying time on the board. Out of turn 10 they come, nicely does it, followed by the Mercedes of, I think, who is that? It's not Gent. Trucker, sorry. Trucker just behind, and could possibly end up picking up a bit of a toll. Is ARL going to have the fuel to get back around and possibly, if they need to again, set another lap? I don't think so. I think it is going to be quite a tough one if they're going to be wanting to get back, but nicely does it around the final corner, and they jump into the pits. That was a very, very fast flying lap there. Deciding to opt out in the end and jump into the pit lane. Toby Gaiman, seen them pick up the win in the sprint race, coming to the line. The time they're going to be able to put in 1:27.250, absolutely smashes Steve's time. One and done, most certainly. Let's see, Bex and Boyd just starting their lap. Floyd Trucker right now, we'll go with them as they're currently sitting in 6th position right now with a 1:28.874, and they're just navigating turns 10 there, nicely does it. Got a McLaren of Man Like Ray behind them there. Is Benji gonna come out, or is... No, I think they are unfortunately done for tonight and not coming back. Just think it's not been their race, unfortunately. Now Trucker to the line, 1:28.553, does improve by 3/10, but not enough to move up any positions. Maybe able to protect that 6th position a bit more. Considering Floyd is the next car who's going to be setting a lap time. Just came around turn 13 there, on the way down to turn 14 in that Haas. Let's see what time the Haas is going to be able to put in. It's going to be a 1:28.645. Does improve, but not enough to move up any positions. And Trucker just manages to maintain that 6th position by improving their time just that little smidgen. We'll go further up right now and see Man Like Ray. Nope. Who is on a lap? Dirty Taffy is on a lap, coming up to turn 4. We'll see if any other drivers closer in. Buckle 1:30.133. Let's see how they're doing on their time. They are actually down on their time, so they just getting ready to start a lap. I think they are. Yep, so just starting their lap time there. Dirty Taffy though, not on a lap anymore. Trucker going again. Oh, interesting. Got Man Like Ray just starting their lap. Same with Onsu. Steve on their out lap will just be about to start their lap in just a moment. Boys just came out of turn 10 there with the RB of, I think that was ARL, was just ahead of them. We'll sit with Bucko as now the timer ticks down to 30 seconds left. So is the drivers of ARL, Jen and Lewis going to be able to get across the line in time? I think they are. Lewis will anyway. Jen, I'm not so sure about is where are they? They're just coming around into turn 10 now. They came in way too late, and that is not going to be able to. They're not going to be able to get a time in on the board. Unfortunately, some drivers may end up getting held up here by the driver of Jen. But we'll see Buckle right now and what time they are going to be able to put on the board. Not going to improve, but not enough to move up any positions. Trucker doesn't improve. No, he does improve 2 tenths and moves up past Mel Dave. Mel Dave's going to have an answer for that. But looking on right now, ARL's down there, so it's going to be the next driver who is going to be up is Mel Dave coming to the line, and they improve and they move up to 5th position. Steve coming into the pit lane. We've got let's see, Bexon Boy, Dirty Taffy and the Lewis. We've got Dirty Taffy there coming to the line. Time they put in, they didn't improve on their time, unfortunately. Bexon Boy fighting that title of the Aston Martin coming out of the final corner to the line. They improve on their time by just about 2 tenths and manage to get up a place into 9th. ARL coming around the final corner, currently sitting in 12th, 130.206, and they improve and move up to 8th with 128.415, and I missed who that last driver was. That was Lewis. I missed who that was. So there we go, that is the grid that's set for the 29 lap Grand Prix. Toby Gaiman getting the pole position there with Stephen second, on to third, fourth for Manly Gray. Then we've got Lewis, who managed to get that 5th position with a 128.183 in the final stages of qualifying. Then we've got Mel Dave and Trucker in the 6th and 7th with 8th of ARL. Then we've got Floyd and Bexon Boy, who will be lining up on row 5. Then row 6 will be Dirty Taffy and Buckle. Then Jen and Benji Bucket and Jay at the back of the grid. So Jay and Benji not setting any times, of course. I don't think Benji is in the lobby anymore, unfortunately. So now we're going to be having a little couple of minute break before we get ready and get underway for this finale of tonight's race. So now we are getting ready to get underway again. The countdown timer, getting the countdown timer to get started. I'm just wondering if we're going to be having a formation lap or not. I don't think we will, so we'll have a look at the tyres in a moment. There we go, we've got all the lights on and off now, and we'll get going for the start of this Grand Prix here. Around 12 here, Toby Gaiman managed to get a good start there, but looking further backs. And contact there between Manlike Ray and Onsu, and Onsu is going to be vulnerable here to Lewis. Is Lewis going to be able to get past Manlike Ray going up into turn 4? Coming up to the highest peak of the track here. We've done it, Bexon Boy and Dirty Taffy. Jay managing to get a great start. Up into 10th position now. So great start from them. Lewis right on the tail of that McLaren here for that 4th position. Not letting them get away, but neither is Mel David letting Lewis get away either. Still quite close is this up to 2nd place. Over a second of a gap between Toby and Steve now, and I did tell you that this guy did have some pace in him, and just like I knew, he was holding back a little. Already managed to create that 1 second gap from having that clean air going through sector 2. So that is quite essential, I will say, especially around the sector 2 area. Going further down, Jay unfortunately spun out going around turn 12. Come on, Jay, you can get going. There we go. Dirty Taffy not in the lobby either. Neither is Benji Bucket. That is a bit unfortunate. So Toby getting the fastest lap of the Grand Prix there, obviously, with him coming across the line in 1st place on the 1st lap. Looking on further now, doesn't look like anyone's going to be able to go for it at the moment. Jay deciding to pull out of the session. That's unfortunate there. Looking on, Mel Dave getting right close to the back of Lewis now. Getting really close. ARL and Trucker there battling out side by side there as they were going around turn 4, and Trucker managing to hold off onto that 7th place. Mel Dave and Lewis swapping places there as Lewis manages to hold off onto that 5th position. And ARL's had another disconnect. That is unfortunate, and now he's been absolutely swallowed up by the pack, losing a good few positions there. Buckle going wide off the track at turn 10, going deep, and that was on chasing down that 8th position of Floyd. Dirty Taffy unfortunately spun, and I think that may have been with them joining, unfortunately. Maybe just getting throttled down a bit much. Moving further up on Sue, going for that move on the Aston Martin of Steve, and moves up into 2nd place. Nicely does it there from them. He making full effect of that DRS, ghosting a little bit of a lag there from Onsu. That was a bit unfortunate there, but still manages to hold off on that position for now. Grid still staying the same. And I had a bit of a flashback there with Floyd, and I was thinking I was about to see another 2020 incident with the hub, the Haas there. Toby 2.6 seconds away in the lead right now. And exactly like Jay says, Toby needs to chill. Moving that fast up the park right now. Well, moving that fast away from the park right now. And Dirty Taffy having to jump into the pit lane. That would have been for a front wing change. We'll move further up and sit with Steve right now as he's chasing down the Williams of Onsu for that 2nd place, closely followed by Man Like Ray and Lewis. down to 5th position. Let's see how things are going to be working out. 2.5 seconds is the gap to the leader ahead. Lewis looks like he's going to be going for the overtake on Manlike Gray, but right now our focus is on Steve, who's moving up past Onsu to take that 2nd place. Lewis not managing to get past Manlike Gray there for that 4th position just yet, and has to hold off and wait patiently for now. But he's going to have to try and do something with that while being on them soft tyres. Moving further down, not much activity happening at the back of the pack. Dirty Taff is still trailing behind, though he will be hoping and praying for a safety car, especially considering you could see Toby just coming around turn 10 now as he's navigating turn 12, so he's only 2 corners away from Toby catching up and getting that position. That's going to be a question if that is going to be the case or not. Is he going to be getting lapped, or is a safety car going to be coming out? Looking on further down here, Buckle's still sitting on the tail of Floyd, with Jen closely followed behind. And they're all following Trucker right now, who's on the medium pumping tyres. Buckle not managing to make them soft tyres work for him just yet. And I think that is the advantage that Toby is having right now with being on them soft tyres. But that's the thing, Manley Gray and Lewis are not feeling the same comfort, as Steve now gets overtaken by Onsu for that 2nd place yet again. Moving further down, Floyd not managing to get close enough yet to Trucker to go for that position. You can see in the background, all drivers still remaining in the same positions just now. Toby just maintaining that gap right now. Oh, and Mel Dave's round. Mel Dave dropping right down the order there and is now in 11th place. That's not very fun for them. They were sitting in that 6th position, but now ends up moving down. Lewis and Manlike Gray making contact there. And Manlike Gray trying to turn into Lewis there. Unfortunately, not working out the case of they'll end up losing a lot of time to the cars ahead. Did any of them get damaged? Actually, that's one thing I want to check. Nope, doesn't seem like it. Steve now using that DRS, a bit of that overtake button, and gets past Onsu, moving up into 2nd place yet again. Of course, DRS very, very powerful here. Looking on right now, Buckle could be overtaken here by Bexon Boys. We've seen Mel Dave jumping into the pit lane just behind, and I think they may be, I hope they're not retiring. So we're going to be moving down to 11 drivers. Bexon Boy and Buckle, my mistake, sorry about that folks there. Bexon Boy getting up the inside of Buckle here. There's balance side by side, still going around turn 4, and Buckle manages to hold off on that position there just by the sheerest of small margins. Not getting close enough just yet, but Mel Dave overtakes the ghost car of Benji Bucket. Of course, a bit unfortunate the fact that Benji unfortunately didn't want to carry on. Looking on right now, Steve and Onsu swapping places though. Onsu up into 2nd place yet again. Is Floyd finally going to manage to get past Trucker here? Yep, he does, using that DRS up the inside, and now takes that 6th position off of Floyd. Boy getting past Buckle eventually now, nicely does it. But is he going to manage to hold it as he walks up going into turn 1? And that could leave him vulnerable as Trucker now gets past the Haas of Floyd. Buckle going for the move, going up the inside, going into turn 4, not managing to get close enough. Lock up there from the Aston Martin of Boy, who spins around and almost puts into the wall there. The brakes will not be cool, and neither will the temperatures of the tyres. So we see a yellow flag in sector 2. Who was that? Was that Dirty Taffy, who's lost a bit of ground there to the AI car anyway of Benji Bucket. So Dirty Taffy into the pits, and I think they may be retiring from the Grand Prix. Yep, just as suspected, as they end up getting a 10-second penalty. So that kind of decided that Steve getting past on Sui again. These two are just swapping places here with the DRS at this rate. Lewis into the pits off them soft tyres, and we'll be sticking on the white walled Pirellis, I'm going to figure. Yep, onto the hard compound tyres they go, and they're hoping to be maybe even be getting a jump on the rest of the grid. That may be further ahead, but of course that may come to bite them in the rear later on in the Grand Prix. But they come out, they've got a little bit of clean air, not too much. You'll see Dirty Taffy's AI car getting out the way, pulling off the track. Of course, I have no idea why they don't code in where the car just jumps into the garage and gets wheeled back in. But looking on at Floyd right now, is he going to think about going for the move, going down into turn 1? Boy and Lewis swapping places. Lewis on them fresh, hard compound tyres. Definitely working out to his advantage right now, with Floyd trying to catch up to Trucker and get that position off of the Mercedes driver. We'll move up right now to Onsu, who sees Toby jumping into the pit lane. And you see Onsu's going to take control of this Grand Prix and move up into the lead for this time. On lap 9, we have a new leader in this Grand Prix, and that is the Williams of Onsu. Steve briefly for the slightest of moments, but we'll see how Toby is going to be faring. He's going to be dropping right down behind Gent, it seems. Is Buckle going to be able to catch up? Nope, doesn't seem like it. So down into 7th place goes Toby. Oh, and I just realised I've been speaking to myself for the past wee moment there, so my apologies there. That is always very fun when I do that. Looking on right now, so as things stand, Toby will be able to take the lead of this Grand Prix. 18 seconds is the gap. It takes about 23 seconds for a pit stop here at Bahrain. So that is the question: is Toby going to be able to maintain that, or is Toby going to be able to take the lead, or is these two, well, they're both squabbling over who's going to be finishing ahead of one another? Is Toby going to be able to catch up and take the lead of this Grand Prix? That's the question. 2 laps on them hard tyres already got the gap down to 17 seconds between the top two. As Trucker dives into the pits now, is he going to be overtaken by man like Ray here, coming out of the pits just now, and yep, he's going to be overtaken by Mel Dave also, and same with Floyd and Gent possibly. Nope, he's just managing to get out just in front, but Floyd manages to warp that Haas around the outside, trying to hold on to that, and unfortunately Trucker ends up getting a 3-second time penalty due to that, and that was a bit unfortunate there, as Gent moves up the inside of their teammate, and Trucker now holds off on that position for now. On them soft tyres, Gent, is the best thing to do is try and defend from Floyd, while Trucker is able to pull away and go as quick as they possibly can. Going for trying to block off the pits there with Steve there, being a little bit cheeky and trying to delay Onsu getting into the pit lane. So Onsu in now, and we'll be jumping onto them hard compound tyres till the end of this Grand Prix. And there we go, jumping in just that little bit later. Toby now coming past the Williams. It's Manuel Gray. No, Manuel Gray's not going to be getting past anywhere near Onsu. Onsu could still do another pit stop and still come almost in front of Manuel Gray, unfortunately. And then we'll see the gap closing in now. Floyd, closest battle on track with Gent. Still within that DRS range, but not able to get any. Is Gent getting any? Nope, Gent getting out of shape. That's what's happening though. As they're coming around turn 2, looking on at Floyd. Not managing to close that gap enough, but it is coming down each and every DRS zone. We've got Trucker right on the tail of Mel Dave, one on fresh soft tyres, one on older medium tyres. Trucker going for that move on Mel Dave here, going up the inside, and is now going to end up taking that 5th place off of Mel Dave, and is now going to try and pull a gap if he possibly can. Moving further down, we'll pay attention to Floyd, who's still trying to catch Gent here, sitting half a second back. Could be going for the move here. We'll sit with Mel Dave though, not going to have the battery to go for the move. So it's got the DRS, but that's all they're going to have. Looking on at Floyd in the Haas right now, is attacking that Mercedes, going to move to the right hand side, taking that inside line, taking a deep inside line, and that would have been like a full send almost. And oh, Gent being ever careful now, and now ends up losing out after not getting that DRS, and is now down into 8th. Is Mildev able to come back at Trucker? Nope, way too far back, and I think Gent has just not got the pace in that Mercedes to keep with Floyd, unfortunately, but we'll see how things are going to be unfolding. Steve is now finally came into the pits, and if he kept going a little bit longer, he could have ended up jumping onto the soft tyres almost if he'd done another few laps, so it could have been possible for a good strategy, but yeah, unfortunately not working out for Steve after staying out, but will be able to go absolutely ham on them hard compound tyres now. So Jen just taking it easy here, it seems. Is on Sue closing that gap to the leader. We're going to have to try and wait and see and pay attention to that. It's 8.3 seconds as they come out of turn 11 there. Looks like he is slightly quicker, but is going to have to try and reel it in a bit more than that, especially considering we're just about to go onto lap 15 now. Let's see, is Onsu catching? Yep, it looks like he is, slowly but surely. Steve, are they catching? Doesn't look like it. Onsu is actually going for it here, full beans. JT Gent has closed that gap to Floyd here, doesn't manage to get a good exit coming out of the final corner, and actually runs wide using that DRS though to catch up. Going to try and take that outside line, going into turn 1, and he manages to get that done and move up into 7th place, but now Floyd is still going to be the one with the DRS and can get moved done, going up into turn 4, which it looks like he's going to try and fling up the outside and then up the inside. Goes to go for it, but lifts off earlier, hoping for a little mistake from Gent, but Gent staying ever composed. It looks like that gap with Toby and Onsu has stabilised a bit now, and he's actually fell back a bit as Steve is catching up now, it seems. Floyd though, he's going to be wanting to get that position back, and it doesn't really matter if he does get it or not right now, as he does have it on the road as things stand, with Gent having that 3-second time penalty. Of course, that's not going to be helping him, and that will be definitely putting a bit more pressure on the back of that Mercedes driver, especially with an attacking Haas right on your rear. Floyd now going to be going for the move as we see Mel Dave into the pits now off them medium tyres. And there we go, Floyd now moving up, but goes deep into turn 1. That's definitely going to be sacrificing their launch, going down into turn 4, and it looks like Jen is going to be making full effect out of that and taking full advantage, and he does, and he moves up into 6th position, back up into that position. Mel Dave fell all the way down to 9th place after that pit stop. This battle in here is allowing the trucker to pull away as much as possible in order to be able to get that gap that he is needing to get that other pit stop in. It's going to be really tough, especially with what's that, 5 seconds plus on. So in, oh, as I'm doing my maths calculations, Gent there getting out of shape, coming around turn 11. That allows Floyd up the inside and takes full advantage of that, and is now going to have to try and stay within that. If Floyd's got any use in that battery, be using it right now to try and get that DRS gap opened, which he just narrowly misses out on, unfortunately. So now Gent is going to have the DRS and is going to be able to come back on the attack. And talking about coming back on the attack, Steve actually catching up to the back of Onsu now. Oh, the Haas of Floyd goes deep in turn 1. Gent unfortunately slipping that bit of traction coming around turn 2. So both making errors, and that is not going to be helping either driver here in this Grand Prix, as just battle out for that 6th position now. Let's see, Steve here, is he going to be going for the move here or just sticking behind and pulling that gap in ever so slightly? It looks like he's just playing it careful right now. We're on lap 18 out of 29 here in this round 12 Grand Prix. Oh, bit of slip of traction there from Steve. Manages to keep it under control though. And doesn't decide to go for the move just yet. Gent though could be going for the move here, and he is using that overtake button already. DRS has been engaged, slipstream engaged, and now moves up into 6th place, but Floyd is going to be having that DRS back at him on the launch down to turn 4. And he manages to get a good exit there coming out of turn 1. He's going to take that outside line going around turn 4. And is he going to manage to get it done, or is Gent going to be able to hold off on this 6th position for now? It looks like he may have, but oh, Floyd battling tooth and nail there for that position, but he wants to be a bit careful. Doesn't want to be going for the move and defending where he doesn't have to, as he doesn't have a penalty right now, and you don't want to be risking any penalties ending up happening. Looking right now at Steve, and he's going to be going for that move, since the gap to Toby is not closing in, is sitting at 9.2 seconds. Steve now moves up into 2nd place past Onsu. What is Onsu going to be able to say to this? Is he's going to have the DRS back at the Aston Martin going up to turn 4. He's not going to be going for the move just yet, just trying to keep up with the Aston Martin. Trucker into the pits off them soft compound tyres, and it looks like, oh, I thought Floyd was actually jumping in there as well, pulling the blinder on the commentator also there. Not something you see every day. Well, Dave up place as Buckle actually jumps onto Trucker jumps onto fresh hard compound tyres. That just doesn't make sense, unfortunately. Oh, Trucker and Buckle swapping places side by side. Trucker comes out side by side with Buckle in the turn 1 and manages to get up and hold that 8th position at least. We'll move further down with Gent right now, is there on the back of Floyd, trying to take a wide line going around turn 10, trying to open that corner up as much as they can, and it looks like they did to get the launch down into turn 11. Nicely does it there from the Mercedes driver, and moving up into 5th position. Onsu now moving up into 2nd position also. Floyd and GT Gent swapping places yet again, and Floyd getting back past and up into 5th position. These two are fighting tooth and nail here, and at this rate, man like Ray could actually end up just jumping into the pit stop and getting a free pit stop to to get a new to even go for the fastest lap right now. Talking about fastest lap. Oh, Jen getting right out of shape. Has he got any damage? Doesn't look like it. 10-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane and he retires. That's unfortunate. Could have scored some great points here. Fastest lap right now is Toby, 1:30.564. It's a bit unfortunate there from Jen. Retiring from the Grand Prix. Bucko and Trucker still battling it out though. Bucko on them old tyres here. Not managing to keep the pace though with them fresh hard tyres of Trucker, who's got Mel Dave, who's going to be up next. 1.8 seconds is the gap to the 4-lap old hard medium compound tyres to the fresh hard tyres. Moving further up with Steve, who's sitting in third place, and you can see his teammate just coming out of the pit lane, just up ahead, and that's Bexon Boy. As Steve now makes his way up into second place. We're on lap 21 here now, now folks. We're down to 10 drivers, unfortunately, with Bexon Boy, unfortunately, right down at the back of the pack, down quite a considerable bit, with Lewis just a little bit further up. Bucko sitting right behind the Trucker here for that 7th position. He's still holding on to that DRS. Is that's going to help pull him along, and it's not going to help him as he's got a 10-second time penalty, and he's going to be wanting to try and make sure to keep in, and he's going to come in and serve that time penalty also now, so that opens up the pressure there from Trucker to just be able to pull away now. Looking on board from the Williams of Onsu here, going for the battle with Steve for the second place as we're on lap 22 now. And now makes it up and past, up into second place. Steve not managing to be able to get the momentum needed to get up any further. So, surprising thing here tonight, folks, I will say, is we've not had one safety car at all. And folks, honestly, still sitting in that second place right now as we're on lap 22. Who's going to be walking away with it? That gap to Toby is closing now quite considerably there in the last few moments. So now is Onsu going to be able to go for the move now? Yep, no, Steve, sorry, able to go for the move, and yes, he does, and moves up into second place, and the gap is closing, but not enough. We see Bexon Boy just up ahead now, and can he possibly help his Aston Martin counterpart? This could determine whether it's going to work or not. As I think Bexon Boy may have actually came into the pits just to try and help out. We'll soon see. So Steve going to be able to get that DRS from Bexon Boy now. And now he's using that DRS and the battery. Also, he's going to want Bexenboy to move out of the way, which he's not doing. He's still sticking with it right now, and that's going to be definitely distracting the Aston Martin. And Onsu's going to be thinking he's seen double right now. Looking on at Onsu, he's getting kind of a bit trippy there. And I see that. Steve letting Bexenboy back past again so you can get that DRS to defend from Onsu yet again. And there we go. Absolutely incredible play there from the Aston Martin team with Ghost and providing to be a big help there actually for them. So great teamwork there from the Aston Martin outfit there. It's not going to help him here, unfortunately. It's just going to help him for that one more lap. We're on lap 24 now. This is the closest battle on track, as this battle for second position. Gap to Toby not closing in over the past couple of laps. Soon Steve still battling. That was weird there. I thought Onsu braked halfway through turn 12 there, but it's just a bit of a lag, which is always fun in an online community, of course, when someone gets a lag, of course. It is very annoying, I would say, especially in racing games and shooter games. Lag is an absolute nightmare. But looking on at Onsu here, moving to the right hand side, he's going to be able to steal that position off of their Aston Martin rival. And he could be about to get a bit of help from Buckle, who's currently sitting down in 9th place, is a lap down, currently on lap 25. Yep, no, 24, sorry. He'll be on as he now makes way for Onsu, but doesn't make way for the Aston Martin just yet. But now he has, of course, he's got his own race to be worrying about, also with the driver behind of Buckle, of Bexenboy, who's sitting 3.4 seconds behind, and that is in a point scoring position. Going back up with Steve right now, currently chasing down Onsu, and Nat Williams as we're just about to go onto lap 26, so we've only got 4 more revolutions of this track. See how Steve is going to be able to fare with this. Is he going to be able to steal that second place away from Onsu? Best thing he could do is just try and stay behind and hold off, save that battery, and then just absolutely go for it on the last couple of laps, or last lap anyway. And then that could most likely end up sealing the deal for the Williams, for the Aston Martin driver. Let's see if that is going to be the case. Looking on at Toby, though, it's still not closed that gap enough. It's at 5.7 seconds. Toby just taking it easy on these last few laps now, it seems, just wanting to make sure to get to the end of this Grand Prix. And I think the Williams of the Onsu got the toe there, the DRS there from Benji, who's actually 2 laps down now, I think. Yeah, unfortunately not been there a race with well, not been there tonight, unfortunately. hopefully they're enjoying themselves, whatever they're doing right now. And same with you folks out there who are watching live or even watching this back later on tomorrow or the day after. Looking on right now at Steve as they're coming closer and closer to the Williams as we're on lap 27 now. He's going to take that inside line going down into turn 1. And did I just see a car coming out of the pits there? Nope, I don't think I did. Oh, Lewis getting a 3-second time penalty. Not going to affect them though, as they're sitting quite a way back. Trucker though has managed to catch up to the back of Mel Dave here. Oh, whoa, love tap into the diffuser there of the Williams. In Formula 1 there's a no touching rule. Of course we end up seeing who's it? Was it Max Verstappen ended up receiving a big fine for doing that with Lewis Hamilton's rear wing at Brazil at one point. But looking right now at Trucker, are they going to go for the move, going around the outside, going into turn 1, and are they going to manage to make it work? They go deep, but that's going to be giving them the momentum to carry on through turn 2. The little love tap again on the rear, but the Williams is the DRS. That was not what I was expecting. As the Trucker launches it up the outside, going for that move, but has to yield and not managing to carry that momentum through with them, and is currently going to be staying in 7th place right now. Onsu though going up past Steve now, using that DRS. Trucker and Mel Dave swapping places yet again as they're coming through turn 8. Not a place where you expect to see an overtake happen, but Trucker now making that work up into 6th place now. Mel Dave going off the track. Now Trucker's going to have to try and pull a 3-second gap in the next couple of laps. He's currently on lap 27 right now, so he's got 2 more goes around on this track, and he's going to have to try and break that DRS as soon as possible or risk losing that 6th position due to a penalty. Steve right now on lap 28, sitting behind Onsu right now. Go to position changes. Floyd's up 4 positions, highest gainer in this Grand Prix right now. Steve keeping that wing closed right now. Not going for the move just yet. Just stalking his prey right now and just waiting for that prime opportunity to go for that position. To go in for the munch. Let's see if he's going to be able to do it. All he's got to do is get a good launch out of this final corner. Onsu locks up, going into turn 14. This is going to leave him vulnerable to Steve, who opens that DRS, using that battery, slipstreaming away, goes to the left-hand side and is going to take that position. But hold on a minute, Onsu is going to be fighting here and trying to get up the inside there, but Steve moves ahead just in the amount of time. Oh, Onsu's actually running low on fuel right now. Got a yellow flag in sector 1. I don't know who that is. As Onsu now makes his way up the inside at turn 4 on Steve. They're going to be side by side going into turn 5, and Onsu still has to sit behind in 3rd position as Steve manages to fend off that attack in Williams there. Looking on. Oh, Steve getting a bit out of shape here, and this is going to be the opportunity that Onsu is going to be looking for here. And are we going to be seeing a switch here to make contact there? So they're coming around to turn 10. Steve getting all out of shape there. Is this going to be the moment where Onsu could take that 2nd place here as they're coming down into turn 11? He's got the inside line. Steve battling it out around the outside. Steve going to be able to manage to hold off on that 2nd place. He's got the inside line for turn 12 and 13 here. Onsu is going to be on the outside. And Steve still battling out with every fibre in his body right now, trying to hold off on that 2nd place. They're side by side on the run down into turn 14. Interlocking wheels almost, and Steve's on the inside, and oh, to make contact there. Toby comes across the line to win the Grand Prix, but Onsu takes that 2nd place after making contact there at the last moment. That was incredible there. Oh, my jaw is hurting because of that. Wow. Incredible battling. Manuel Gray finishing quite a way behind, unfortunately. As we just wait for the rest of them. Yep, Toby has won, of course. Yep. Uh, Now we go Manuel Gray coming across the line. Floyd behind that in fifth. Now we're just waiting on Trucker, who's actually managed to get that gap needed to hold off onto that sixth position. Is he going to manage to keep that though? We're going to penalties. It's only 3 seconds right now. Mel Dave is using everything that he's got, and he runs out just before the 600th of a second. Mel Dave just manages to miss out on that sixth position there. Trucker getting that sixth. Absolutely incredible there. And Lewis now just coming across the line. Last driver to finish this Grand Prix. Oh, that was incredible there. That was absolutely incredible racing there from everyone there, especially right at the end. And yeah, so we see Toby up on that top step with Onsu in second and Steve in third. Brilliant battling from Onsu and Steve. And Toby, unfortunately for the rest of the field, doing a little bit of a Max Verstappen impression there and pulling away and getting that win quite comfortably there. 1:30.564 was the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, so you also take that. Managing to get quite a good result there. Only bad result he did get it was in sprint qualifying. Onsu coming up from third to get that second place, and Steve dropping down to third from second. Man like Gray in fourth, fifth for Floyd coming up from ninth, and we've got Trucker in sixth. Nicely done from them, pulling that gap on Mel Dave in the end. I wasn't sure if they had it in them. Mel Dave in seventh, eighth for Lewis. Then we've got Buckle in ninth and Bexon Boy in 10th, both finished a lap down. Benji Bucket wasn't here, unfortunately. And Gent, Dirty Taffy, ARL, and Jay did not finish the Grand Prix. So, absolutely incredible there. We're going to have a quick look and see what is going to be the next on the calendar, as I did end up forgetting. I was literally just looking at it a few minutes ago too, that's the funny thing. So, race calendar next week out. Next Saturday is going to be Mexico Grand Prix for the Mexican Grand Prix, round 13. So, we've got 4 rounds after that, so, and the last race will be a sprint race also, so looking forward to that from everyone here. I'm also going to be live with Red Arrows Racing on Monday for their Division 2, and that's going to be I think that was Hungary, if I do remember correctly. No, Zandvoort, sorry. Zandvoort is for round 2. Yep, so tune in for that on Monday. I'll also be live again on Tuesday and Thursday for Rise Racing League, and on Thursday for IRC Esports, and then next week again here with WWR. So until next time, every one of you folks watching, hope you enjoyed the stream. If you enjoyed it, leave a like. If you enjoy this type of content, feel free to subscribe. It would really help out the channel. And until next time, everyone, take care and take it easy. Until then, peace out.